what the hell are you about to do with this 1200 that's going to change your life? So that's what people need to really wake up and understand, is that 1200 is not a life-changing figure at all. The odds are it ain't going to do shit for you. Perfection is a disguise for insecurity. I focus more on the marathon than trying to have it all perfect. I'm putting this out because I'm passionate about putting this out. Hey, what's good, y'all? So I haven't put out content in a while. Last couple days been kind of rough for me, honestly, for me and my family. Been dealing with a sick mom and everything. So just been spending time, just trying to take care of her. Trying to be the best son that I can be. And that actually leads me to, the topic that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the fact that sometimes tragedy can be a good thing, right? So, I'm pretty sure you've seen it in the movies where, somebody lose a mom or they lose a loved one. And somehow that ties into what the storyline becomes. It becomes like a story of redemption, how this person overcame such a tragic or triumphant type moment in their life, and it made them a better version of themselves, if that makes sense. So that's what I mean when I say tragedy it can be a good thing sometimes. So, I ask myself, I'm like, dang, why my mom got to be the one who gets sick out of, all of these people and everything that's going on in the world. But, they say, when you're being tested by the universe or God, instead of saying, why me, you're supposed to say, try me, right? But it's all just a mindset thing. It just goes back into mindset. So, I noticed when crunch time is here, that's when it's time to really strap your nuts on. So, like I said, I spent time asking myself, why my mom got to be the one to get selected, right? But I asked myself, what is this an opportunity for? Me understanding that no matter what happens, what takes place in my life, that there's always opportunity being created by the universe. You just got to look for it. I'm asking myself, what kind of opportunity is being presented from my mom being sick, right? So as I start thinking more and more and more, I'm like, okay, she's already dealing with this thing. Let me just try to be the best son I can be and just get her what she needs. So I called every vegan in my phone book that I knew just to ask for some recipes, any type of remedies. Do you know anything I can try for her? And all type of ideas just pouring in. So I just tried everything. I went to Kroger, local food markets, grabbing that ginger root, looking for mint leaves and cinnamon sticks and syrup and all type of black seed oil, just random shit that these people recommended that I had no clue what I was doing with, but I made the damn thing work. You know what I'm saying? So the last few days I've just been spending time trying different shit out, putting different potions together, trying to help my mom strengthen her immune system. And that's why the topic of what I want to talk about is tragedy can sometimes be a good thing, because my mom is 49 years old. She's already set in most of her ways. She's also a tobacco user. She likes to smoke. So I noticed that her lungs just hasn't really been performing well, especially her dealing with this sickness, this virus going around. And the fact that she's still smoking cigarettes, it's like, what has to happen for you to wake up and get it? And I'm not here to judge her. I'm here to do my part and be the best son that I can be. But like I said, I noticed a lot of progress over the last couple of days. So we must be doing something right. But the universe gave me an opportunity to just try to impact or make a difference where I could. So I just stepped up to the plate and did that. You know what I mean? So, but I know it's a lot going on, man. And just dealing with that, it really took time for me being able to produce content, which is something I really enjoy doing. I've been having a lot more fun with that. And so lately I've been, just dealing with family shit. And it's perfectly okay. All the time, you're not going to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, because sometimes life will interfere. They say nature gets the last laugh at the end of the day. So, but I've been just adapting to just everything that's being thrown at me. So, but I keep my eyes on everything that's happening out there in the world. And today I read that, 6.6 million more people filed for unemployment. So we got a total of right now 16 million people unemployed. It's more than likely more because a lot of applications is backlogged. So I know right now we are entering some very trying times for everybody. You know what I mean? And so I just want to be a helping hand wherever I can be, whether that just be some words of wisdom. Even if you need a couple dollars for some food, inbox me and I'll definitely share what I got. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been seeing a lot of posts going around and people understand that this is not the time to be selfish. This is the time for us to give more of ourselves than we ever have before. Because things that we do now, whether we know it or not, no matter how small it is, what the actions that you take today has historical impact. You giving that homeless man a sandwich and something to drink is bigger than what you think it is. During a time like this, you're literally having historical impact on our planet. And so I've been trying to hit where I can, because the bottom line is, man, shit about to get real. And it's about to get even more real than it is right now. We're just seeing the beginning effects of what's happening, right? But I'm a person who's well aware, man, of what's happening. And, I read all type of ancient wisdom and philosophies. And for anybody who don't know what the Tao Te Ching is, it was written by Lao Tzu. But Lao Tzu talked about, the fact that no matter how powerful you think your government is, nature can come in and disrupt that at any time. And that's exactly what's happening with this virus. Our government is being exposed. And it's kind of like, if you pay attention, it's shifting the powers that be in a way. Like, I don't want to get too political about the topic, but, America it's very possible that one day we might not be the most powerful economy, especially depending on who our leadership is. This type of stuff really matters. So I know these are just global topics that most people don't think about on a day-to-day, but, somebody got to talk about it. And I know a lot of people out there that's fucked up right now, and they dependent on that $1,200 stimulus check. And that's a very important topic, right? Because I've been thinking to myself, like, okay, when everybody get their $1,200, maybe you got some rent that's due, car note that's due, some bills that's due. What the hell are you about to do with this $1,200 that's gonna change your life? So that's what people need to really wake up and understand, is that $1,200 is not a life-changing figure at all. The odds are it ain't gonna do shit for you. How many aunties or uncles or brothers and cousins done had their tax return because they got a couple kids, so they sitting on 3, 4, 5,000, and their life didn't change at all. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter it don't matter how much money you got. It's about who has that amount of money. So I just want to encourage more of my people to really man, be strategic with this $1,200. Like, I've been preaching the last few days about how cheap stocks are. Maybe you're not a stock market investor. What if you do music, right? What if you do makeup or hair? What about putting a portion of that $1,200 towards your ads for Instagram or Facebook to get more exposure for your brand and who you are, and put yourself out here more? Like, what if you was really strategic with that $1,200 instead of just blowing it? Like, anybody who's about to spend this $1,200 on anything related to fashion, I feel sorry for them, especially if you're just trying to impress somebody else. Like, I know a couple people already just talk about saving up for a pair of buffs. What the fuck kind of value do a pair of buffs have in the middle of a fucking pandemic? Nobody care about what's on your face or what your glasses look like, bro. Because our priorities are shifting. As this thing is taking a toll on our planet, our priorities as humans are shifting. So buying behavior of humans are shifting. This is why a lot of restaurants and movies and public entertainment venues, it's about to be a long time before we navigate or gravitate back towards that stuff, man, because it's different times that we're living in. I think Dr. Fauci was on TV the other day. This guy's the head of the CDC. Somebody asked this man a question, when can we go back to shaking hands, doctor? He said shaking hands is no more. Think about that, right? It just comes natural as humans to dap each other up. What's up, man? But to think about the fact that no more shaking hands, this is the new reality that we're living in. A friend of mine asked me, when can we take a vacation when things go back to normal? That's people's problem, because they ready for things to just go back to normal. It ain't no one back to normal. This is the new normal, and we have to do what we've always done as humans and adapt to the new norm. So that's the reality of the situation, though. But, man, I really encourage y'all to really be strategic with the money that y'all about to receive. I know y'all might have bills to pay or something like that. And you got to have a place to live, you know what I'm saying? You got to have food on the table, so I completely understand that. But if you got some extra funds to do something with, maybe if you got an extra 100, extra 200, smartest thing you could do is put that in a stock that's guaranteed to go up. Oil right now, $3, $4 a barrel. The prices of oil and gas will eventually go back up. Come on now, that's a fucking no-brainer. So, hey, man, I just want to encourage my people to just make better decisions, though. But, hey, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, I'm trying to wrap back up the content and taking care of family issues, but I appreciate y'all for staying patient. Good talking to y'all. Good seeing y'all. I love doing this. feels so good to be back. And hope y'all got something from it. Hope y'all enjoy.